Merry Christmas, guys. Hey there, welcome to JT Picks, and today, in honor of Christmas, we are going to be looking at some of my favorite Christmas songs. I'm going to try to keep my thoughts on each song as short as possible. A lot of these were in no particular order, but the ones I'm mentioning now are like my favorite. You'll notice that I'm not mentioning a few that, if you know me well, I probably should be mentioning, but I'm not mentioning them because those will be mentioned in another video probably next year at this time. So yeah, I'm gonna try to sum up what I love about the songs in like one word or less, but some of them I'll have to go into a little more detail. So here we go. I'm gonna start this one off with a song that I recently discovered. Technically, I knew about it like when it first came out in 2019, and I heard it, and then I dropped it immediately. But recently, I stumbled onto this movie, which is a great movie, but that's another video for another time. And the song for the movie was Invisible by Zara Larsson. Technically, it's not a Christmas song. You can play it anytime during the year, but because it's associated with a Christmas movie, I'm going to say that it's a Christmas song. And yeah, it's pretty catchy once you watch the movie and hear the song play in the movie. It becomes a pretty necessary song. Like, you have to listen to it to remind you of the movie and the greatness of that one movie. It's Klaus, by the way, if you haven't seen it before, or Klaus, as some people have corrected me on. Up next, we got Chris Brown's Double Single Pack. I'm mentioning both songs here because I love both of them. It's Giving Christmas and No Time Like Christmas, I believe. Chris Brown is an amazing artist. If you've seen my top 10 video, or not top 10, top 5 artists of all time, Chris Brown is number 3, and he's there for a reason. He makes really good music. I wish it was cleaner. I wish it was more Christian. He just released this single pack, and it's perfect in every way. There's the slow R&B song that's just like slow burner. Like, I didn't think I'd like it, but I love it. And then there's the one that's like feels like more hip hop and pop with a hint of R&B vocals in there, and that's perfect just the way it is. It's got like guitar, like an acoustic. It's very nice, very beautiful. I love it. Passionate vocals, a hard 808, and the other one is just a slow burning R&B track that, you know, you play by the fireside. So yeah, it's very good, all of it. Next up, I would say we got Oh Holy Night by Tommy Prophet, Sarcina, and Taryn Wells. I did not like Oh Holy Night. Now, when I say I did not like it, I mean like as a regular old Christmas song, you know, like it's obviously one of the quintessential Christmas songs, but that's like it for me, right? Or that was it for me. It's not a song that when Christmas comes around, it's not in my rotation. You know, a lot of the songs I'm about to mention are in my rotation. Oh Holy Night is not. But this version, specifically the Tommy Prophet, Sarcina, and Taryn Wells version, is in my rotation. I play it all the time, and that's because the vocals on all 3 of these artists' part, or just 2, sorry, Tommy Prophet is the producer of it, are the most gorgeous, beautiful thing. You know that meme where like that little kid's like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard? That was me when I first heard this song. Just like the vocals give me goosebumps every single time. It's amazing. It has turned Oh Holy Night from like the bottom of the barrel for me to it's in my rotation all the time. I can't imagine Christmas without that song. So yeah. The Night Before Christmas by Brandon Heath. Oh my gosh. This song is the definition of perfection for me. I can play it no matter what mood I'm in. If I'm sad, it's perfect. If I'm happy, it's perfect. It's got a stirring orchestral vibe to it. It's got that CCM vibe, like I would say a mix between Casting Crowns and Mercy Me, and their sad and happy parts, and then you got a mix of the Brandon Heath storytelling in there. It's just a perfect song all around that I can play anytime during Christmas season, regardless of how I'm feeling, and it would hit. So yeah. Next up, we got Lonely Christmas by Bryson Tiller. I'm a believer, guys. You know that. Not to put in the Chris Brown lyrics from Giving Christmas, but so yeah, I'm a believer. So, you know, if Bieber's on anything, you know, Christmas or otherwise, I'm there. And when I first saw that Bieber was going to be on a Christmas song, I was excited out of my mind, we'll say that. Because actually, small little backstory, I got into Bieber. Of course, I'd heard like Baby before when it like first came out when I was 9 or something. But I didn't like Bieber then. I got into Bieber around 2015, first from hearing, and I know this album had been out years before, but my brother had started playing Fa La La and Mistletoe, and I started getting into that, and then I heard As Long As You Love Me, and then from there on, I was a believer. But Lonely Christmas is an amazing Christmas song. You know, and of course, it's, you know, it doesn't reflect any of the true meaning of Christmas, which is Christ being born, Christ's birth, that he was the gift. But forgetting that, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It's a Christmas pop song by definition. Like, it is so Christmas pop, but it's amazing. Justin's part's great. Justin's hook's great. Bryson has a great verse and a hook. And then Pooh Bear blows them all out of the water, which is shocking. Like, I thought that Bieber would do it. It's a great song. Always, always in my rotation on Christmas. Next up, I'm going to be talking about Pull Up by DJ Mike LV and No Big Deal. Well, technically, featuring Aaron Cole. It really should be Aaron Cole featuring No Big Deal because Aaron Cole does a verse and like all the hooks, and No Big Deal just does one verse, and DJ Mike LV, like, his vocals are nowhere on the track. I don't even know if he produced it. He might have. So hit me up, DJ Mike LV, if you did. A beautiful song. Those lo-fi vibes, that's what this song gives. It literally like relaxes me. It's a hip-hop song, but it relaxes me every time I hear it. And it's just gorgeous. All the vocals are great, especially Aaron Cole's. It's like this soft, like...
And we like, hoorah, made it to another year, we about to pull up.
It's just great. Next, I want to mention With You This Christmas by Why Don't We. I was in a Why Don't We kick like I would say 2 years ago. Their music was like all I listened to. Especially their album, The Good Times and the Bad Times. When they had released this song, I was like, oh, a Christmas song from a boy band? Yes. Because I needed more of that, you know. Traditional Christmas music is okay. Like, I'm a fan of Nat King Cole's Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire and, you know, Hank Williams and that stuff. Maybe some of Frank Sinatra stuff. But I'm more of a, you know, modern. I'm a modern guy. I like modern music. So I was happy when Why Don't We dropped With You This Christmas, because not only is it just super, super catchy, but it's low-key a pop, and like it has an 808 in it. So it's a pop and like a little bit of hip-hop track. So I love it. And I've probably played it a million times. And finally, Christmas in Florida by Social Club Misfits. This relates to me because I live in Florida, so I know exactly what he's talking about. You know, the lyrics like, where do you gotta go? You should be here with me. Why you gonna drive in the snow? Wait, is Florida, girl, it's 85 degrees. Like, I know that because it always is like stinking hot in Florida, even in Christmas when it should be reaching like 60 degrees. Fortunately, this year it's like right now 40, like right now at this very moment outside, it's like 50 degrees, which is a miracle by all accounts. But for like the past 3-4 years, it has been like 80 degrees on Christmas. And that is terrible. The worst thing is that it does get cold, but it gets cold after Christmas. In January, it gets cold. And that's so crappy. I hate it. Finally, it's cold, and I'm gonna be happy with it. It mixes some traditional and new, you know, vibes together with Matthew West singing in the end, "We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." It's just a great song throughout. I think the only downside to me would be Fern's verse. At first, it's a little bit tedious, but then when he gets to the... I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it interpolates Justin Bieber's Holy, so that to me, that's fine once it does that. But at first, it is a little bit like, dude, pick it up. Marty's doing better than you. Okay, now to mention... It's my paper with all the Christmas songs on it that I love. And yeah, it took a long time to compile just this list. And this isn't even all of the Christmas songs that I like. This is just a good chunk of them. I'm going to try to use a different synonym for each one, describing what I like about them. But if I can't, I can't. Okay, Last Christmas, but I'm going to mention 3 versions. The Wham version, because it's classic. The Ariana Grande version, because it like takes this modern take on the classic, and I love that. and the Riley Clemens version because it is a mix of the classic sound, but it also mixes a little bit of modernity into it. And I love every version. Like, I play probably all three versions in one day. It's crazy. Gotta go with the classics. Run Run Rudolph by Chuck Berry, Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC. If you are a hip-hop fan and you don't listen to Christmas in Hollis, change that. Look it up when you get home, or if you can right now. Christmas in Hollis by Run DMC, Let It Snow, Boys to Men, classic R&B Christmas song, Medley by Michael W. Smith. It has a bit of Emmanuel in it and just a little bit of Sing We Now of Christmas. Holidays by Meghan Trainor. It's a newer song, but it has Earth, Wind, and Fire in it, which is great. If you have Earth, Wind, and Fire on a song, it's going to be a good song, and Holidays is definitely a good song. Relatively new song, but I'm mentioning it, Love Tonight by Hylam. Very good song. Hylam did a good job on it. It really does feel like a Christmas song while also being hip-hop. Fall in Love at Christmas by Mariah Carey, Khalid, and Kirk Franklin. Great song. The original one is amazing if you're in a chill mood, right? You need to relax. Like, it's great for that. But I prefer the Arlo remix for all time because, like, it's a beat enough where it feels like a pop song, you know? So I like that remix the most. If you're looking for some EDM, which is electronic dance music for Christmas music, well, you've come to the right place. We have Deck the Halls, Time to Die by FWRL. That one, I know you're probably thinking, wait, Time to Die? That doesn't sound Christmas. It's a story about, like, robots using consumerism and stuff to take over the world, but it does it to the tune of Deck the Halls. It does it in this EDM way. It's really funny. It's a funny story. You have Arctica by Pixel Terror, another EDM song. You have Jingle Bells by Tokyo Machine, another very good EDM one. I'm gonna just get, certain artists out of the way. Toby Mac, he has a lot of good Christmas songs. Light of Christmas, very good song featuring Owl City. The First Noel, another one featuring Owl City. Both are great. The First Noel has like this little rock bridge and kind of makes me uncomfortable every time I hear it. This Christmas by Toby Mac, a classic song from when I was a child. Literally, like, I have the lyrics memorized. Christmas This Year, another classic Toby Mac song. I found it's actually better even now than it was before. Classic hook, classic intro, just like amazing. Okay, that's it for the Toby Macs. Let's go to Owl City. Humbug, super catchy. It makes you feel good. All of Owl City's music makes you feel really good. It makes you feel like an optimist, right? It's very optimistic. So Humbug is one of those. Peppermint Winter is another one. Kiss Me Babe, It's Christmas Time. Great Christmas music there. Here's a country Christmas song. Candy Cane Lane by Darius Rucker. I'm not a huge fan of country, but I like this song because Darius Rucker's vocals, he kills it. On This Winter's Night by Lady A, formerly Lady Antebellum. Perfect for relaxing, and it has that little tinge of country on it. So, Mary Did You Know by Jordan Smith. There's two versions. Tommy Prophet version, which is good. It has this cinematic feel, but sometimes I don't prefer it. I prefer the version that Jordan Smith did at The Voice because it's just gorgeous. This Christmas, which is the classic Hang on a Mistletoe. That one, I listened to the version from Chris Brown from 2005. Rascal Flatts Christmas music, I listened to A Strange Way to Save the World and I'll Be Home for Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas has this like very unique, purely a cappella vibe to it, and it's great. The 25th by Tori Kelly, great song. Go Tell by Flame, another great one. Love the hip hop. And it's so hard, but it feels like a Christmas song, which is the most important thing. When you're doing a hip-hop Christmas song, you don't want to lose the feeling that you're doing a Christmas song, you know what I mean? It's like if somebody was doing a rock and roll Christmas song, you don't want this to feel like a rock and roll song first and foremost. You want it to feel like a Christmas song and then rock and roll. And actually, there are a few of those. The Christmas Shoes by FM Static is a great one. I hate the songs, but I love the rock version. Rock version's a dub for me. Another hip-hop song is Iced by Caleb Gordon. Listen, Caleb Gordon, although he's got some L takes right now, I think that his Christmas music is pretty good. Iced is just one example of the many Christmas songs that he has helped coordinate and create that sound. The Christmas Waltz by Mark Martel, great song. I got to put a little warning for this one. It's not the cleanest song, but I'm a sucker for good melodies, catchy hooks, and acoustic pop beats, and this song checks each of those boxes, which is Naughty List by Liam Payne. He carries the song. Christmas the Whole Year Round by Sabrina Carpenter is another great one. Love You More at Christmas Time by Kelly Rowland. His Favorite Christmas Story by Capital Lights, another rock Christmas song, but this one is specifically a story. You got to be able to read the lyrics. I Need You Christmas and Like It's Christmas by the Jonas Brothers. I Need You Christmas is a perfect, like, relaxing song, and Like It's Christmas is their pop song. Both great. Count on Christmas by BB Rexa. I first heard this during the live A Christmas Story special, and I kind of liked it ever since then. But as the years have progressed, it means more to me because, like, the song will make me feel better if I'm feeling kind of crappy, especially on Christmas time. God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen by Pentatonix, probably one of my favorite Pentatonix covers. It was in the movie The Grinch. I don't like that movie as much, but that scene I did like because of that song. Nutcracker by Straight No Chaser, they do an amazing job. It's a funny story on that song, and I can't imagine that song without that story now, so go listen to it if you haven't. Mistletoe by Eric Heron. This is another hip-hop Christmas song that it's kind of a classic in my home. Everybody knows the lyrics. Believe by Josh Groban. Josh Groban has some very beautiful songs, but Believe from the Polar Express is definitely one of them. Another beautiful one is Angels We Have Heard on High with Brian McKnight. Beautiful song. If you're looking for a mix between EDM, hip-hop, and pop, We Three Kings by Matthew Parker will take care of that for you. It's got a wonderful blend of all three of those things, and I kind of like it. Something jazzy, though, is Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow by Jackie Velasquez. Very good song. And finally, I think I'm going to end it on a classic, which is The Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. You can't ever forget that song. Other honorable mentions I have are Candy Cane Lane by Sia, Little Drummer Boy by Pentatonix, Carol of the Bells or Sing We Now of Christmas by Barlow Girl, All I Need for Christmas by Toby McIntyre, Just a Girl by Brandon Heath, Welcome to Our World by Michael W. Smith, Glorious and Baby Boy by For King and Country, Winter Wonderland and Don't Save It All for Christmas by Avalon, and I believe that's it. That was a lot of Christmas songs. I know some people might find this video boring, some people might not. Just know that this is not all of my favorite Christmas songs. I already had to cut out, a whole paper of songs because there were a lot of options here. If you liked this list, if you looked up some songs and they became your new favorite Christmas songs, please tell me. They'll be really great for me to hear. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, make sure to leave a like and a comment if you can. And remember, Merry Christmas, guys. Remember, I know two things. I know that Jesus is King and that JT, me, knows best. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.